Well, good morning, crew, and happy Friday. So for today's workout, all you're gonna need are some dumbbells and a chair. When we get started today, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff on that chair for some single leg exercise. That's block 1. Block 2, we're gonna switch to the upper body, and block 3, we're gonna be working that core. So for block 1, we have a couple different exercises. We start with that split squat. So it'll be 30 seconds on each leg. It's gonna have one foot back on that chair. Hips are square, core is tight. We sit straight down those hips and drive it up. You're relatively keeping that front knee behind those front toes. After 30 on each side, we flip it over to that hip bridge, where you have one foot on that chair, one foot up in the air. We drive it up, control it back down, 30 on each side. We then flip it back over for that pistol squat, where you lift that knee up, keeping that control as you sit down towards that chair, and then drive it back up. And if you don't have a chair, you can always do this, just having that heel on the ground, or even keep that heel on the ground the whole time. That takes us to that shoulder bridge, where we go ahead, place that shoulder on that chair. Again, single leg, lift that knee, sit those hips down, and drive it back up for 30 on each side. Again, if you don't have a chair for those bridges, just single leg bridges, we double up. For that split squat, it becomes a lunge, that option, pulling those weights on those sides. We got 3 rounds of this first block. So without further ado, let's go ahead, find that chair or ledge, and let's get it going. We're gonna start with that split squat in 3, 2, and 1. Split squat time. Again, we're gonna have one foot back behind on that chair, one foot in front. We're gonna sit straight down with those hips and drive it right back up. Finding that position that feels good to you as we move through this. In theory, that chair does not move because we're going straight down, straight up. Tell you what, we're going to switch sides here in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. I like to marry my feet up, take one leg back, and right back into it. Looking solid and finding that balance. We got just 15 here. Okay. We're going to be taking it into that hip bridge next. So remember, for that hip bridge, our shoulders go on that ground. In 3, 2, 1, shoulders on that ground. One foot's on that chair, the other leg straight up in the air. We drive up, control it all the way down, squeezing that booty at the top. That option, you can hold that weight on those hip bones as we go. We should feel this a lot more, butt and back of legs. We're going to be switching sides here in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Looking solid. And that option, taking those feet to the ground for that floor bridge, or taking that weight off those hips. And here in about 10, we go in that pistol squat. Here we got that pistol squat in 3, 2, 1, pistol squat. Again, you have that front heel on the ground as well to tap down and drive it up. Or you lift that leg up. Same thing, trying to find that control if you can. Looking solid. Again, if you don't have that chair, just finding how low we can take those hips. And then right back up. We switch sides in 2, 1, switching sides. Make sure your hips aren't swinging on you. And that option here, if it feels like it's too much, just give me that normal squat. Ooh. Next up, we're gonna have that single leg shoulder bridge, where those shoulders stay on the chair and one leg is up. In 3, 2, 1, single leg shoulder bridge, one leg up. We take those hips down, drive it up. We want it mainly butt and back of legs. So if it feels like it's in the quad, step that foot out a little further. Ooh. Looking solid, crew. We're going to be switching sides here in 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Now remember, we got 2 more laps of these 4 exercises. Whew. So if those quads get tired, or those hammies, take that break if you need it. Because we're about to go back up to that split squat here in 10. And we can add weights to any of these exercises. Split squats in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to add weight by holding one onto each side. Set one foot back. Sit straight into those hips. Drive it up. And that front knee relatively behind those front toes. Ooh. Try not to fall off that balance. Double days with balancing. Quite entertaining. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Looking solid. Sit straight down in those hips. Drive it back up. Here we got just 10. We switch it over, hip bridges in 3, 2, 1. For this one, if you want that weight, you put the weight on your hip bones as you drive up and right back down. Make sure the weight does not roll up towards your face. That's when things get awkward. Then you're pushing straight down through the heel on that chair as we drive it up. Control it down. We get to switch sides here in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Looking solid, crew. Just 15 to that pistol squat. We take it up for that pistol squat in 3, 2, and 1. Again, one knee's coming up in front of us. We're sitting straight back into those hips. Best we can. Drive it up. Now, if we're getting tired and we feel like those knees are coming in together, nay, we want to keep them out a little bit. So again, find that control. As always, use that front heel if you need it. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Drive it up. Control it on down. Whew. Looking solid. Again, you should not be moving that chair. In theory, if you are, it might just be the result of a double. Whew. We've got shoulder bridges coming up next. In 3, 2, 1. Single leg shoulder bridge. If you want that weight again on that hip bone, just make sure the foot that's on the ground is far enough out. You feel the butt and the back of the leg to work that hammy. Looking solid. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Looking good. Just 15 until we take it to the last round, starting with those foot squats. In 3, 2, 1, and split squats. Or grab those weights in those hands, separate it out, sit it down, drive it back up. Again, squeeze that booty at the top. Try not to fall. We switch sides here in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Sit down in those hips. Drive it on up. Whew. Love it, crew. We got 15. And that final hip bridge. In 3, 2, 1. Hip bridges. Getting one leg on that chair, one leg up in the air. We drive it up, bring it back down. We got 10 seconds. Let's keep it going. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Looking, so we got 15. And we take it to those pistol squats for last time. Crew, we go pistol squats in 3, 2, 1. Last round of pistol squats. Again, keeping that knee up if we can. Otherwise, that heel's on the ground to help with that control. Whew. Looking solid. Crew, we get to switch those legs in 3, 2, 1. Switching those legs. Hoofed up. And trying not to lapse into it as best we can. If we do, just fix that chair. Right back into it. Whew. We got about 10 seconds until that last minute. Those shoulder bridges. In 3, 2, and 1. Single leg, shoulder bridge. Taking it down, driving it up. Again, if you feel it more in the quad, take that bottom leg out. Work it more in butt and hammy. Looking solid, crew. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. We got less than 30 here. Let's keep that drive going. Crew, we get that nice little break in 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. So let's shake out those legs. Now it's time to talk about the upper body block. My legs feel good. We start with a decline push-up. So your feet would be on that chair. If that's too much, just give me a normal push-up. You know what that would look like. Core tight, push-up position, get low, drive it up. Or again, any variation of going down on the ground for those push-ups. We then have dips for that minute. So shoulders down back, those hips travel along that chair or ledge you're using, elbows going back. If that is too much for you, using your dumbbells, in that hinge position, core tight, just extend back through those arms to fire those triceps. Then we go into a kneeling shoulder press, holding those weights, kneeling position, shoulders out wide, press up, control down to that 90. Option, give me more of a neutral grip, press up, back down to 90. That takes us into that scorpion plank. So you get that plank position, core is tight. For scorpion, we push back through those hips, lifting one leg up, all the way in that plank, switching sides, all the way up. And then we go into scorpion bridge, which is similar but different. As we're in that bridge position, we drag those hips up, with or without that weight, reach up over that shoulder, all the way back down, and then we switch sides. Again, that weight becomes optional there. So now that we know what's going on, let's get ready for 2 rounds through of these exercises, starting with that decline push-up. Crew, we pick it up in 3, 2, 1. Let's keep moving. Decline push-up, our push-up variation. Core is tight. We try and get as low as we can, and then drive it back up. And Instagram, apparently you're seeing, what butt? That was my bad. Looking solid. 30 down, 30 to go. You're gonna keep that core engaged. And if you ever need to, you can take it off that chair and just give me a regular push-up. We got 15. We switch dips in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go for dips. Shoulders down back, core tight. Taking it down, driving it back up. As a reminder, if you need to, give me that hip hinge, tricep extension. If those arms are feeling like they can't handle the chair or ledge you're using. Whew. And again, if you want to have more fun, walk those feet out a little further. Or if you're like Nene, I want just that neutral bridge. Taking those feet right under you. Perfect. We got less than 30 to go. Whew. Again, keeping those shoulders back as best we can. 15. Crew, let's get ready. Kneeling shoulder press in 3, 2, 1. Kneeling shoulder press. So belly button's tight, butt is tight, shoulders lock down back, elbows at 90. We exhale as we press up. Nice and slow control on that way down to that 90. As a reminder, if you need it, neutral grip, palms face in, we press up, we control down. Looking good. Nice tight wrists. Meaning you're not serving tray. Ooh. Keep that core tight. Remember, you do not feel that low back. We got 15. And then we got scorpion planks. Crew, let's get ready for those scorpion planks in 3, 2, and 1. We start in that plank position, shoulders over wrist, core tight. We push back through those hips as we lift one leg up, and then switch sides. We can also do this on the knees. Just try to make sure you're going straight back and not back at that angle. Really take that 1/1000, getting shoulders over wrist, keeping that core tight. Looking good. We got 15, and then we take those scorpion bridges. Finding that flow, crew. Again, that scorpion bridge, the weight is optional. We take it up in 3, 2, and 1. We bridge up, and as we do, we reach over that shoulder, and then all the way back down with that control. Switching sides. And if you have any shoulder injuries, try this without the weight first, and then really focus on that control. Looking solid. We got about 15 seconds. we're going to take it back up with those decline push-ups. Our push-up variation here in 3, 2, and 1. Decline push-up, our variation thereof. Core is still tight. Again, getting as low as we can. Drive it on up. Really make sure, especially if you're tired, you're not dropping those hips. Rather, keep me that straight, strong plank. Whew. Or you can always take those arms out a little wider. 30 down, 30 to go. Come up on 15. Crew, let's get ready for those dips in 3, 2, 1. Remember, if dips are not your jam, that hip hinge tricep extension or an overhead tricep extension both work. Making sure we're getting the backs of those arms. Whew. Remember, those hips are going straight up and down. We're not pushing them away. And the further those feet go out, the higher your intensity is. Ooh. If we need to shake out those shoulders, feel free. Doing a double. This is definitely killing me today. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we got 15. Then we got that kneeling shoulder press. Let's get ready. Kneeling shoulder press in 3, 2, and 1. Grabbing those weights. Locking out those hips in that core. Exhale as we press it up. Control it on down. Whew. Might be the double talking, but these shoulders are feeling toasty. Again, make sure those elbows don't drop below that 90. Option, more of that neutral grip as you need it. Looking solid, crew. Poof that. We got just about 15 seconds. We got scorpion planks coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Scorpion plank. So again, starting that plank position, pushing those hips back, all the way back into that plank. Locking up that core as we go. Looking solid, crew. 30 down, 30 until those scorpion bridges. Last 15. Crew, we got those scorpion bridges coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Scorpion bridge. And we drive up through those heels, reaching up and over, all the way back down. Whew. End of this minute, you get a nice little break. Looking solid. Keeping that body moving, crew. Find that control. Crew, we'll get that nice little break in 3, 2, 1. Taking that nice little break. Whew. So let's catch that breath. You need one weight for this last block. We've got 4 exercises with a core focus. With these 4 exercises, each one's on 45 seconds. So we start with that plank pull through. Plank position, knees or toes. When you do that pull through, the weight is underneath of you. You're pulling it through, placing that weight down, and then again, make sure shoulders over wrist. Pull it through, shoulder over wrist. Again, knees or toes there. We then go into a side plank, side crunch. So you do this on that bottom knee or up on that heel. We bring elbow and knee together and extend it back out. Halfway through, we'll switch sides. That takes us to that double crunch where we're trying to get those knees and elbows to meet in the center. The option is having a weight. We drive it up and squeeze, all the way back out, drive up and squeeze. That 4th exercise is a burpee with a push-up. So anyway, you go from standing, take it down to the ground, push up knees or toes, stand it up, and then a hop or a calf raise. Any way you want to get through that is your choice. So with that said, crew, we got 3 laps of those exercises, starting with that plank pull through. I'm gonna reset my timer, my mouse go. There it is. Okay, let's get moving. Plank pull through in 3, 2, and 1. Plank pull through. And shoulders over wrist, core is nice and tight, pulling it through. Now we don't want those hips to fly all over the place, so I recommend a wide base of support with those feet. Or again, take down those knees, so we can really make sure that shoulder stays over that wrist. Looking good, crew. We've got that side plank, side crunch in 2 and 1. And we'll be up on toes or down on that knee as we crunch it and extend it. Remember, it's only about 20 seconds per side here. So we switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Again, taking it back up, squeezing that center, extend it back out. And then here in about 10 seconds, we take to that double crunch. Oops. That weight is optional. We go to double crunch in 2 and 1. That focus. When we drive it up, squeeze, knees and elbows together, extend it back out, drive it up. If you need to, just focus on that upper crunch. Looking solid, halfway there. Remember, we go to burpees next. Let's get to those burpees in 3, 2, and 1. Burpees again anyway. You take it to the ground, doing that push up, knees or toes. Nice, slowly up. Whew. Crew, this is the fun part of the block. After this, we only got 2 more laps of those exercises. Whew. Coming to 15. Crew, we get to go back to that plank pull through in 3, 2, and 1. Plank pull through, core is nice and tight. Pull it on through. Make sure shoulder and wrist stay in alignment. Again, taking it down those knees if you need it. Still feeling that core, nice and active. crew. Fifteen. Side plank, side crunch, and 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, squeeze at that center, extend it back out. Looking solid. Whew. We're switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Again, hips up nice and high. Drive it in, drive it out. As that reminder, you can take down the knee if you need it. We got that double crunch coming up in 3, 2, 1, double crunch. Taking that weight overhead if you want to use that weight. Squeeze, send it back out. Looking solid, crew. Just 15 till burpees round 2. Let's save it up for those burpees in 3, 2, and 1. 45 seconds, here we go. Step or hop back, giving you that push up, slowly on up. Remember, any variation to work to get down to the ground and back up counts as that rep. Whew. Apparently I've sweated all over this mat and I've made it officially squeaky. Whew. We got 15, and then we take it back into that last round with that plank pull through. In 3, 2, 1, plank pull through. 45 seconds here. Again, shoulders over wrist, knees or toes, pull it through, squeeze that core as we go. Looking solid, crew. Last time through this block. Crew, we got 15 till that side plank. Side plank, side crunch in 3, 2, and 1. Take it up, squeezing it together, right back out. Remember, you can always go onto that bottom knee if you need to. We're going to be switching sides here in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Looking good. We're going to be taking it to that double crunch in 3, 2, and 1. Double crunch. Again, you can always just work the upper torso. Take the legs out if you need it. Good, crew. Squeeze in that center. You're past the halfway point. All that we've got left after this are those burpees for 45 seconds. Then we're done. Crew, we're coming up to that burpee in 3, 2, and 1. Burpee, the last 45, let's hit it. Again, any variation thereof, but keep that body going. Love it, crew. Less than 30. Whew. 15 reps or 15 seconds. Try and get at least 2 to 3 reps in. Crew, we get that break in 3, 2, and 1. You're done.